So why is overcapacity such a problem for China, one that is taking action to fix? Well, I put that to Wallace Cheng. He's an economist who has worked for the Shanghai government. He's now managing director for China at the International Center for Trade and Sustainable Development.
There are lots of waste of resources. In past few years, that the profit per ton of steel, you cannot buy an ice cream cone. So it's very, very little profit. You can use these resources for other production, other economic activities or social protection project. And also very dirty because lots of production are using outdated technologies. The production scale is very low, so they do not reach the high standard of environment protection. So it's very high polluting production, actually.
So what do you make of the Chinese government's broader plan to help workers displaced by the slowdown?
Well, according to Chinese government's plan, in 2017, they will cut about 50 million ton production of steel, and it will cause about 1.8 million laid off workers. So it's a big challenge when the government wants to address these overcapacity issues. But however, comparing to 1998 reforms, at that time, the laid off workers is more than 21 million. So relatively speaking, this task this year is easier because China has also more resources comparing to 20 years ago, and scale is very small. The government has kind of four stepwise approaches to handle this laid-off worker project. First, they call internal transfer to move these workers to other part of other department of the firm. Second, they call the early retirement. So if the workers is older than 50 years old or 45 years old, they give a retirement package. The third method is to kind of reskilling, training, they find other jobs. And the final one is called bottom-up support. So if by all these three means they cannot find a solution, they provide some public service job.
And Mr. Cheng, let's look outside of China for a moment. How is cutting overcapacity and overproduction helping relations with other countries like the United States, which has accused China of dumping?
Yeah, and I understand it's a hot topic in the U.S. But look, I think that 2 or 3 points. Firstly, the overcapacity problem in steel and coal industry is a global problem. It's not just China's problem. So secondly, I think there is a big mistake that blame that the current overcapacity problem in China is due to state subsidies. But actually, this round of overcapacity is driven by market. Because producers, they believe that they can make a huge money at that, let's say, a few years back, before 2008, they believe that the steel industry, they can profit a lot from this economic boom. But however, now they have this economic slowdown, and because this sector is also very capital intensive. Once you install this equipment, you cannot stop. If you stop it, you lose much more money. So you keep producing just to win cash flow, no matter the profit is how low it is.
All right, Mr. Wallace Cheng, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.